What's up, guys? War number 11. I have never been so excited for a season to end. This war, we are up against D69. I've got two fights in this war. After last war, I'm giving myself a little bit of a break. So section 1, I've got Vision Arcus. And then I'm going to be taking another boss. Why do I do this to myself? Here's the answer. Dr. Doom with Stubborn as a boss is pretty tricky. And with Node 49 unlinked, which, the link from Node 49 Hazard Shift is just going to give Ghost a lot more power for that Doom boss fight. Doom can be tricky and pretty dangerous even for Ghost. And I've got the champ that was literally built specifically to counter Dr. Doom at rank 3. And even though I haven't played very well with him lately, he is the best option, at least on paper. We're going to test that theory in this war. So only two fights. All right, so I'm using my rank 3 Captain Marvel movie for this Vision Arcus. Generally, in the past, I've taken this fight probably a half dozen times with my rank 3 Clairvoyant. But I do think that Captain Marvel movie is a safer option because of her indestructibility and because of her just crazy damage output once she gets built up, once she enters binary, which happens very, very fast in this fight, as you guys can see. So I even made a couple mistakes there, but absolutely no problem. Finished at 80% health. All right, I have King Groot's Synergy with me. That's going to increase the potency of poisons and acid burns, specifically for my Immortal Abomination. I'm throwing on some boosts here. I used the 6-hour boost, even this is the last fight of the war, because it was the biggest health boost that I had in my inventory. And yeah, I mean, for obvious reasons, at this point, taking a boss after the fiasco that was war number 10, I need everything, every possible advantage that I can get. So absolute max boosting, all of the biggest boosts that I have that are going to be relevant for this fight. And the strategy in this fight is, if you guys aren't aware, Immortal Abomination does apply a Petrify on his SP1. It's not super strong, but it lasts for 25 seconds, which itself is a great utility. And as long as Dr. Doom is petrified, his Aura of Hazareth is unable to be triggered, and thus his SP1s cannot be unblockable. All the benefits that he gets from his Aura, don't have to worry about that. So my strategy in this fight is going to be to use a Power Start 1 boost. And then what I want to do is I want to build up to about 1.8 bars of power, throw my SP1 to inflict Petrify. I just want to make sure that I inflict Petrify before he gets to his first bar of power, so that I won't have to play around the aura if he were to throw an SP1. And then the reason that I'm using the Power Start 1 boost is because I want to, after I throw my first SP1, I want to throw an SP2 to get Toxic Aura up, and then for the remainder of the fight, I'm just going to be recycling my SP1s to continually apply poisons to myself, which is going to keep the Toxic Aura paused. You guys will kind of see how that works. But I start the fight out with several reparries just to build the destructible charges, and I'm going to be pairing his special ones with the weaknesses, with the physical resistance that I get from all the poisons, and without Aura of Hazareth. His SP1s into my block are doing essentially nothing, which is exactly what we want. So far this is going really, really well. Basically, this fight is a back to the basics type of fight. And what I mean by that is, as I kind of alluded to in my in the last video when the war that I really struggled, back to the basics is just block, bait heavy, counter heavy with a full combo, go back to block. That's what everybody learns. That's how people learn how to play mcoc the first couple hours after they've downloaded it. And Immortal Abomination makes this fight that easy. Now obviously, the margin for error against a Dr. Doom boss is not as high as the fights that you're going to take if you've just downloaded the game for the first time. But unlike a Thing boss, you don't have to manage rock stacks. You don't have to manage other things. All you have to do is block specials, as I'm doing. Make sure that you've got destructible charges built up a little bit so that you can evade if you need to. And then you're just recycling specials, and it's so easy. So you guys will notice that despite a 90 hit combo, I haven't taken a hit in this fight. I am down to now 35%. And that is just from, number one, I do have 1 point in recoil, which for the most part has been mitigated by my willpower healing. But also, taking his SP2s on the block really does a lot of damage. So if I could do this fight over again, I would do exactly the same thing, exactly the same boost, but instead I would bait his SP1s and not have him throw his SP2s. But guys, that's it. Super, super easy fight with Immortal Abomination. Kabam Broccoli, shout out to you, sir. Brian Grant, shout out to you, sir. He is a beautiful champ. I love him. He's amazing. Here are the cards for War 11. We've got Pete and Tej from BG3, and then Bren, the legend, now in BG2. He's got a little giant killer badge on his card because he's, to this point, soloed 4 bosses for us. That is it for the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed this. Leave a like and a comment. Give me some of that love that you guys have been giving me the last couple days since my last war video. Make sure that you're subscribed for me. I would really appreciate that, and I will see you in the next video.